5 tips that are guaranteed to help your golf game. Let's do it, and let's do it now. Tip number 1 for me comes even before you stand at the golf ball. How do you grip the club? Grip pressure is a massive thing, and whenever I'm teaching people, it's one of the key points that I ask. How hard are you gripping the club? Are you gripping it for grim death? Are you gripping it too hard? Are you gripping it a little bit loose? Gary Player once said you should grip the golf club as though you're holding a budgie in your hands. You don't want to let it go, but you definitely don't want to throttle it. I think personally about 3 out of 10 is fine for that, and someone should be able to just slide that grip out of your hands nice and loosely. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, with the driver, how high do you tee the ball? I want to see that ball teed up so half the golf ball is over the top line of the driver. That's going to effectively help you hit up on the golf ball. We're going to get the low point before the ball, launch it up in the air with lower spin, longer distance and straighter shots. That's tip number 2. A bit like that. Hey everyone, James Robinson here. If you're new to my channel and this is your first time watching my content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you ring the little bell, that will send you a notification every time I upload. Feel free to check me out on Twitter. Every time I do upload new content, I always put little sneak peeks on there. And if you are a fan of Instagram, make sure you check that out too. Now let's get back to this video on 5 golf tips guaranteed to improve your game. Tip number 3, stance width. Whenever I'm teaching, I see people stand too narrow. That ultimately leads to a loss of balance, which leads to a loss of strike, which leads to a loss of ball control, a loss of distance control, and basically, not very good golf. What you want to do is make sure you stood nice and wide, so when you get to the top of the backswing, you can load up into that right side and push off there to get into your nice finishing position. Isn't it funny how when people are playing well, they always say, I just seem to find that finishing position. That's not just coincidence. That's pin high and we're putting for a birdie 3, and that's tip number 3. And I'm not saying that you guys don't already do these things. Maybe you do 3 of them, maybe you do 4 of them, maybe you do all 5. But if you don't do all 5, and you watch this short video, you take on board 1 of them, and that improves your game for absolutely 0 cost, then everyone's a winner, aren't they? Let's move on to tips 4 and 5. Okay, so somehow we've missed the green there. Yeah, so basically point 4 involves chipping. Make sure you stand with your weight favouring the lead side when chipping. If you're right-handed, that's going to mean your left side. If you're left-handed, that's going to mean your right side. This is going to allow the club to work down on the ball. You're going to get small ball before little ball. You don't want to get big ball before little ball. And if you don't know what that means, well, the big ball's the earth and the small ball's the golf ball. Let's see how I go on with this one. So there I had my weight forward. That allowed me to use the weight of the club to pick up the momentum through the golf ball. The loft did the rest, and the ball is now resting inches from the cup. Because far too often I see people who have the weight back, they try and flick the ball up in the air, and that doesn't end well. It ends a little bit like this. Come on! That's point 4. Tip number 5, last but not least, how do you grip your putter? For me, I really don't like seeing people who grip the putter in the fingers like you would a normal club. That allows way too much movement, the face can rotate too much, and it can lead to a lot of pulled and pushed putts that don't go anywhere near the hole. What we need to do is make sure we grip the putter in the palms. I want the palm on one side of the grip, another palm on the other side of the grip. Whatever you do with the fingers after that, I don't really mind. It has to feel comfortable, it has to feel right, but I really want to see it in the palms of the hands, so all you then have to do is move those shoulders to create the motion and get the ball rolling. Okay guys, that's it from me. I've been James Robinson here at Huddersfield Golf Club. They've been my 5 top tips guaranteed to improve your golf game. Comment below which of these do you do, which of these are you going to pick up and take into your game. Just like I said at the beginning of the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and push the little notification bell so you get a notification whenever I upload new content. Make sure you check out my Twitter page, and if you are a fan of Instagram, make sure you check that out too. See you soon.